Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Hope that you're doing great this morning, wherever you are in the world. I hope that life is good for you, that you're feeling strong and optimistic about the future. And I wanted to share something with you today that's a little bit personal. It's just a story of my life that leads to a decision that I've made and an announcement that I want to make to you later on. It's a good one. Basically, I was raised in Canada. When I was 8 years old, I left London and we moved to Canada to a little place called North Bay, Ontario. And we lived there for several years. And, we sort of lived through the cold, cold winters and just the spectacular summers. And our house was very close to Lake Nipissing. And in the summer months, my brothers and I would build little rafts and we would go up and down the creek into the lake. And I would imagine these little magic carpet rides of going to different places and, just as a small child, wanting to explore and to travel. So that was kind of my beginning, my first little cruise experience on the rafts on the rivers of Ontario. And then when I was a little older, we moved west towards United States and was it east? Anyway, we moved towards Detroit. And I was there for a few years until my mom died. And then our paths as a family kind of split. And I moved to Colorado. My brother stayed in Michigan. And our lives actually changed in many ways as well. So I became the traveler. I went everywhere that I could around the world on a budget. I had very little money, hardly any at all. And every penny I had, I put into a ticket to go somewhere. And went to India, for example, when I was about 22, had $300 in my pocket. I just traveled by public transport. This was many years ago. This is like 40 years ago, 45 years ago. And I just explored. I was an explorer. I loved making the whole world my home. I was a global traveler. So to be honest with you, I've got very little to show for my travels. I didn't collect a lot of trinkets and souvenirs. I've got, one Lakshmi I think I purchased in Jaipur that I've carried around with me for some reason. It just had a connection. But I bought a few textiles and little things. But no, I don't have a lot to carry with me except the memories. And for me, I have been so changed by travel, and my passion for travel and cruising has now extended into my older life. I mean, I've had, as in the middle of all of this, of course, I had children and a family and work to deal with and think about. But now I'm beginning to rediscover my travel gypsy nature. And so as you know, I take every opportunity to jump on a train or go on a bus to the next town. I don't really mind where I go. I just like that experience of being in a new place, sort of getting off the train or bus and then exploring. And I've rediscovered in the last few years cruising. And that leads me to the conversation that I want to have today, because cruising has become a passion for me. I really love it. And at first I didn't think I would. I was one of those people that said I'm not the kind of cruising girl. I prefer being on the land. And it's true, I do like that a lot. Don't like to fly much, but I love cruising. I've done several cruises now in the last couple of years, and every single one has taken me deeper in myself. And, basically for me, there's like 3 or 4 reasons that I love to cruise. So the first one, and I'm going to tell you what my surprise is in a minute, but just to give you a context for all of this, my first thing about cruising is I love the wow that you get from big eyes. When you go to a place and it's like, wow. And it's all kind of, what's the word, like crystallized. It's all pressured together because you're only in a place for 7 hours, 8 hours, and you've got to see it all. I mean, you've got to physically see it all, and you've got to see it all with your heart. And those wow moments are at the heart of my love of travel, and especially of cruising. I like to discover kindness. This is one of my passions for travel too. And I don't know what it is about a cruise. Maybe it's just that you're all together. And I'm talking now, by the way, of cruises under 1,000 people. I've never done one of the big cruises. So all the river cruising and the oceans liners under 1,000 people. That's my world. Because kindness is almost is generated by the fact that you're all together in this kind of a controlled space. You eat meals in the same big room. You talk to each other, in your various shore excursions. And it just, for me, gives you an opportunity to trust other people, to give them part of yourself, and to be, just to be at peace and with giving, with sharing with other people. I think the other thing is the physical beauty of cruising. I love the sea. I love that feeling of being on the sea. Close your eyes, feel the breeze. Just that sense of, it's like a time machine. I feel this on trains too, but I feel like I can spend time looking back about the past, decisions I've made, people in my life, things I want to do, and then the future. What's my plan? And that's the expanse of sea, mixed with the colored houses and the terraces and all the beautiful food and culture that you experience when you go to these places. It just pulls it all together in a very sensory way. I think it highlights the love for our planet and the love for Mother Nature, that you feel so, in a way, so small, but at the same time you feel just connected. And I think that for me with cruising is like a big, big draw. I just love that sense of it's adventure, but also luxury. And it doesn't matter whether the ship is a very luxurious ship or not. It's a sense of going out into the world, and coming back in the evening to a cup of tea and a big window outlooking the ocean as you pull out of the port. And it's just that respect and love for Mother Nature. So all of these things have led me to really a desire to share this with our community, with our 60andMe community. And we've actually talked about this before. So many of you know that I have discussed getting together and doing a 60andMe cruise, getting all of our women together that can come, and finding a ship with a very good price, where we can get a good deal, and just travel for 7 or 8 days together. And logistically, that was going to be a little bit challenging because it involves a lot of work. But what I've decided to do is to start another website called SheCruises.com. She Cruises is going to be a site where I write about cruising for women of all ages, really. And it's going to be about the cruise adventure, the experience, tips and tricks on packing, planning. Cruise lines are great for single or solo travelers, and also just my experiences on cruise lines. Places I'm going, I'll take pictures and video and share. So the site will be an experience about cruising for women who love cruising. But at the same time, I'm going to use that platform to actually put together some cruises for women in our 60andMe community. Now, I'm having talks with several cruise lines over the next couple of months, trying to find the ones that we can, find space on, that would offer a good price for us, and space to talk, a place to have conversations, use of the theater, for example, for kind of a keynote or a get together, a big chat. I don't know. I can't visualize how many would attend this first cruise, maybe 50, not a huge number to start with, but then we could build it up over time. So that's the announcement. SheCruises.com is live. The website is there. There's about 10 or 12 articles that I've written about different aspects of cruising, themed travel, mini cruising, packing for a trip I'm taking very shortly to Norway on a very unusual cruise ship. And, just that they're there. So the articles are there. I have an Instagram account it's she_cruises. We've started a Facebook group. It's just facebook.com/SheCruises, and also a YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel right now is not established in the sense that it's just YouTube/SheCruises. That you have to get 100 subscribers before you can have that vanity URL on YouTube. So if you go out to YouTube, I'll put the link to the place you have to go right now and get to the YouTube channel, where this video and others will be. And you can just subscribe, which would help me a lot, because then we can start, doing other things with interviews and just, fun adventures together. So that's the announcement. SheCruises.com is now live and ready for you to enjoy. I hope that you appreciate it and like it and enjoy it. I welcome your comments, your feedback, and ideas that you've got. Whether or not you ever take a cruise with us, if we ever get that organized, just enjoy the site, enjoy the information about cruising. I think a lot of us do enjoy it. So that's it. That's my surprise and my announcement, and also some context, I think, for why I love to travel and why I love to cruise and why I would love you to be on this journey with me. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you for your support of 60andMe, and hopefully She Cruises will be a place, a destination that you will enjoy visiting, and who knows what the future holds. So take good care, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all on She Cruises and hopefully on a cruise one day. Take good care. Bye-bye for now.